Hey, what's up, this is just hopefully you guys have a good day so far. I've been having a good day. Haven't really done much today. But I will be doing a lot of stuff after. I'm recording this, YouTube video since I have to do laundry and I have to study for a test tomorrow. So, which shouldn't be too bad, because I only have to, I have to review the two old chapters and then review the new chapter that we haven't learned yet. Because our test, we had a quiz over the first two chapters before this test, because our test is over chapters 3 through 5, and we had a quiz over chapters 3 and 4 before. So I just need to review chapter 3 and 4, and then review the new chapter. So it shouldn't be too bad. It's like the same thing. So I just have to review the old quiz and then review the new stuff. So, but it shouldn't be too bad. But so hopefully, wish me luck on my test tomorrow. I need it. So, but anyway, here we go. Here I'm just continuing part 2 or chapter 1 of The Host by Stephanie Meyer. You should go check it out and buy the book yourself. It's amazing. And after, if you want to buy the book after me reading it, and then you can read it again and again yourself. But anyway, here we go. Chapter 1. It's called Remembered. I knew it would begin with the end, and the end would look like death to these eyes. I had been warned. Not these eyes, my eyes, mine. And this was me now. The language I find myself using was odd. But it made sense. Choppy, boxy, blind, and linear. Impossibly crippled in comparison to many I use. Yet still managed to find fluidity and expression, sometimes beauty. My language now, my native tongue. With the truest instinct of my kind, I bound myself securely into the body's center of thought, twined myself inescapably into its every breath and reflex until it was no longer a separate entity. It was me, not the body, my body. I felt the sedation wearing off and lucidity taking its place. I braced myself for the onslaught of the first memory, which would really be the last memory, the last moments this body had experienced, the memory of the end. I had been warned thoroughly of what would happen now. These human emotions would be stronger, more vital than the feelings of any other species I had been. I had tried to prepare myself. The memory came, and as I'd been warned, it was not something that could ever be prepared for. It sheared with sharp color and ringing sound, cold on her skin, pain gripping her limbs, burning them. The taste was fiercely metallic in her mouth. And there was a new sense, the fifth sense I never had, that took the particles from the air and transformed them into strange messages and pleasures and warnings in her brain. Sense. They were distracting, confusing to me, but not to her memory. The memory had no time for the novelties of smell. The memory was only fear. Fear locked with her in a vise, goading the blunt, clumsy limbs forward, but hampering them at the same time. To flee, to run, it was all she could do. I failed. The memory that was not mine was so frighteningly strong and clear that it sliced through my control, overwhelmed the detachment, the knowledge that this was just a memory and not me. Sucked into the hell that was the last minute of her life. I was she, and we were running. It was so dark, I can't see the floor, I can't see my hands stretched out in front of me. I run blind and trying to hear the pursuit I can feel behind me. But the pulse is so loud behind my ears it drowns everything else out. It's cold. It shouldn't matter now, but it hurts. I'm so cold. The air in her nose was uncomfortable, bad. A bad smell. For 1 second, that discomfort pulled me free of the memory. but it was only a second, and then I was dragged in again, and my eyes filled with horrified tears. I'm lost, we're lost, it's over. They're right behind me now, loud and close. There are so many footsteps, I'm alone, I failed. The seekers are calling, the sound of their voices twist my stomach. I'm going to be sick. It's fine, one lie is trying to call me, to slow me. Her voice is disturbed by the effort of her breathing. Be careful, another one shouts in warning. Don't hurt yourself, one of them pleads. A deep voice full of concern. Heat shot through my veins, and a violent hatred nearly choked me. I had never felt such emotion as this in all my life. For another second, my revulsion pulled me away from the memory. A high, shrill kneading pierced my ears and pulsed in my head. The sound scraped through my airways. There was a weak pain in my throat. Screaming, my body explained. You're screaming. I froze in shock, and the sound broke off abruptly. This was not a memory. My body, she was thinking, speaking to me. But the memory was stronger in that moment than my astonishment. Please, I cried. There's danger ahead. The danger is behind, I screamed back in my mind. But I see what they mean. A feeble stream of light coming from who knows where shines on the end of the hall. It is not the flat wall or the locked door. The dead end I feared and expected. It's a black hole. An elevator shaft, and abandoned, empty, and condemned. Like this building, once a hiding place, now a tomb. A surge of relief floods through me as I race forward. There is a way. No way to survive, but perhaps a way to win. No, no, no! This thought was all mine, and I fought to pull myself away from her, but we were together, and we sprinted for the edge of death. Please! The shouts are more desperate. I feel like laughing when I know that I'm fast enough. I imagine their hands clutching for me just inches behind my back, but I am as fast as I need to be. I don't even pause at the end of the floor. The hole rises up to meet me mid-stride. The emptiness swallows me. My legs flail, useless. My hands grip the air, claw through it, searching for anything solid. Cold blows past me like tornado winds. I hear the thud before I feel it. The wind is gone, and the pain is everywhere. Pain is everywhere. Make it stop. Not high enough, I whisper to myself through pain. When will the pain end? When? The blackness swallowed up the agony, and I was weak with gratitude that the memory had come to this most final of conclusions. The blackness took all, and I was free. I took a breath to steady myself, as was this body's habit, my body. But then the color rushed back. The memory teared up and engulfed me again. No, I panicked, fearing the cold and the pain and the very fear itself. But this was not the same memory. This was a memory within a memory, a final memory. Like a last gasp of air, yet somehow even stronger than the first. The blackness took all, but this face. The face wasn't as alien to me as the faceless serpentine tentacles of my last host's body would be to this new body. I had seen this kind of face in the images that I had been given to prepare for this world. It was hard to tell them apart, to see the tiny variations in color and shape that were the only markers of the individual. So much the same, all of them. Noses centered in the middle of the sphere, eyes above and mouths below, eyes around the sides. A collection of senses, all but touch, concentrated in one place. The skin over bones, hair growing on the crown, and in strange curly lines above the eyes. Some had more through the brown scale, from pale cream to deep, almost black. Aside from that, how to know one from the other. This face I would have known among millions. This face was hard, tentacled, the shape of the bones strung under the skin, and color was light golden brown. The hair was just a few shades darker than the skin, except where flaking streaks lightened it, and it covered only the head and the odd fur stripes above the eyes. The circular